Welcome. Today we're on day 306 of the New Testament in the Bible in the Year. I'm Kira and we are looking at the book of Hebrews in chapter 4 today. This was quite a theologically rich chapter that talked a lot about rest, and I was trying to get my head around what is this rest it's talking about. We know what it's not. We know that it's not the promised land because it opens the chapter by saying, since this promise of entering the rest still stands. In chapter 3 yesterday we learnt about the Israelites who were not able to enter the promised land, God's place of rest, because of their hard-heartedness and rebellion, so their children, a new generation, had to go. But this says that this rest is open for us because it puts us and the listeners of Hebrews in the same situation where it says we have all heard the gospel preached to us just as they did, and it's our choice to respond with belief or disbelief. So if the rest isn't the promised land, because it's still an invitation for us, what is it? Well, in verse 9 it says, "There remains then a Sabbath rest for the people of God. For anyone who enters God rest and rests from their own work, just as God did." And we're familiar with that. God rested after creation, and it wasn't an inactive kind of rest. God didn't just sort of chill out, put his feet up, sit on the couch and watch the clouds go by. God still held all of creation in order. He was still sovereign and Lord. So rather than an inactive kind of rest, Hebrews describes the Sabbath rest as equivalent to a heavenly country, a kingdom that cannot be shaken. So when we think about entering God's rest, we're thinking about a place of freedom. Freedom from the struggles and toil of our today. Liberation from pressures and trials that we experience. Freedom where we get to enjoy God's perfect creation with him. And liberation where we can come and serve God without any kind of hindrance. And we live in this place where the rest is an invitation for us now, but it is also our inheritance for our forever days with God. And you may have experienced those moments where you feel like this is this kingdom on earth that we're talking about. These kind of drops of heaven that feel like they encounter our life somehow. These holy moments, that they are good. But we also live in this tension of the not yet and the rest that is to come. And so my prayer for us today is, in the midst of any struggle you may have in a day that is difficult, or a week or a month or a year that feels it's got pressure and hardship and pain, Lord, may you help us enter the rest when we need it. May you help us know your kingdom come in those moments and bring us into your place of rest where there is full freedom and full liberation to serve and love you without hindrance. It's been lovely spending a couple of days with you. Have a great day.